Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shades of Sasha. If you're new here, take a seat, put your crown on, and welcome to the gang. And if you're ready for the gang, you already know what time it is. What's good, baby? So today's video is all about this hair. So since you're here, just keep on watching. So for this first part of this video, I just wanted to kind of walk you through the steps I took when I was installing my clip-ins. This is the stock card of what is in the actual package when you get it. And I started with the 3-inch, I want to say, or 5-inch, like that short bundle first. They're all the same size, so you don't have to worry about like, oh my gosh, one is going to be 12 inches and one's going to be 14. They're all literally the same 10 inches, so you'll be fine. I pretty much go ahead and I start at the back and move my way up, and I just fill in the pieces as I go. But I just start with the 2-inch, well, the 2 clip-ins, and then the clip-in that only has 1 on it. So I'm just basically moving as slow as possible with the braid down. All right, and first of all, let me say this: don't come for my braids, all right? I can't braid, but we gonna make it work, and we gonna do what it is, because I was like, I have to try this, and we're gonna see it. So it was kind of a struggle. So make sure, and I know people are gonna laugh when I say this, but make sure you open the clip-ins, because back here I really thought I did, and I did not. They did not hurt, because I know someone may ask me that question. I felt like they went into my hair very relatively soft, and it didn't feel like it was pulling on anything or snagging anything. And I have to say, this is the first pair of clip-ins that I've actually tried that I felt did not do that. It didn't feel like it was tugging on my hair, and it didn't feel like it was gonna rip or yank anything out. As long as you're gentle while doing it, then I think you'll be fine. So my hair is also relaxed, for those who may ask that question as well, but I think it will work the same if you just blow your hair out. If you're fully natural, like, I think you'll be fine. That's why I always opt in getting any hair texture that is always kinky, straight, or coarse. I just feel like it mimics my natural hair the best. So I just blew out my hair after retouching and just washing my hair. So that's pretty much the Q&As you may ask about my specific hair and how it blends. Let me just kind of get that out the way. So now I'm showing you towards the back, kind of like what it's looking like, and this is what I'm saying. You're just gonna place them wherever you see a spot that's open. So I'm not using the longer lengths yet until I get to the middle of my head, because I didn't have enough baseline to actually install those long ones for it to work. So I had to start off with the shorter lengths that I have, well, the shorter wefts that I had in the back before, and then move up. So I did eventually run out of 1 pack of the clip-ins. I want to say by the time I reached like 3/4 of my head to be completed, and then I started going in and getting the other one. So this one right here is like when it's saying the 9-inch, the 7-inch, the 5-inch, that's what it's talking about, the weft size, like the length of the weft that you have. And pretty much this is when I started using the 7 inches of weft and the 9 inches of weft right after I get to the middle point, and this is the one that have like the 3 clip-ins. So pretty much it was super easy to do. I didn't feel as if like it was hard. The hardest part, or the longest part, was just me just throwing some braids down in my head just to make sure like it had something to just attach to, because I personally did not want to go the route with just parting my hair and then putting the wefts in and then parting my hair. I didn't want to do that. I felt like if I did that way, it would snag more in my head, but this way I felt like I had more control. So throughout the video, I do turn around just to kind of show you a little bit more of the process of what I'm doing, but I just really wanted to get on here and answer some of like the questions that I know go through people's head when they're watching someone putting in clip-ins, like, what did you think about this? Did this hurt? Blah, blah, blah. And if there's any other questions, you can just ask in the comment section, and I'll be sure to answer. And then I'll give you my final thoughts and rundown at the end of the video.
So inside, I'll share my world with you. Hold me honestly. Look over your eyes and see. This is what you need.
At 5 in the morning, I wake up to 5 on my yard. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day, tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. Tried to get by, but I'm burning.
Let's jump into specs and details of this unit. This is the Sensational Premium Fiber Curls, Kinks & Co textured clip-ins, and I have the style Boss Lady / Top Lady 10 inches in the color 1, and it is now retail for $17.29 from Ebony Line. So if you're new here, my name is Sasha, welcome. And pretty much what I do whenever I'm reviewing a unit or I'm reviewing any type of wigs or bundles, I do a rating system of 1 to 10, and I go over a variety of different things. So I go over texture, feel, customization, I'll do if it's long lasting, shedding, tangling, the price point, and in the end I kind of tell you if I recommend the unit or not. So since you're new here, that's kind of the gist, but take your seat, have your popcorn, and let's get started. Now, the fact that I have no cons to say, I think we all know that means at the end I'm gonna recommend it, okay? So when it comes to the winter and fall time, that is the time I'm primed to actually leave my hair out. For some reason, I think it's just the coolness of the wind hitting my head. I feel a lot better than in the winter time, than in the summertime. I just want to wrap it up, like just put anything, let it go, and just let me leave, because that's exactly how I feel. I don't have time to deal with the humidity or none of that. However, when it comes to the winter and the fall, I just feel a lot more comfortable. I know I may be the opposite, but if you're here and you're part of that gang, then of course, here we are. We're gonna do this together. So if you've been paying attention, there's been a lot of girlies that's been doing this clip-in thing now, and I was like, oh, y'all just eating it up. It was looking so beautiful, and I was like, I have to do that too. Like, I have to try. But I didn't want to commit to human hair clip-ins because I did before and I did not like them. So I was like, I think there has to be a style or something out there that actually fits, you know, the synthetic bays, because obviously I need body. Like, I want to feel like it's body yada yada like Meg Thee Stallion when I'm walking out here with my clip-ins. And so I did my research. We have 2 more that we're gonna review. I'm gonna do 1 in a side part and 1 in a middle part, and those are straight and I think body width, but I just want to test out the range to like give you more options to see what you have available. So with all that being said, to be very honest, I'm already gonna recommend. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold it up. I'm just gonna let you know because I don't want to hold it hostage. I 1000% approve. Okay, like I will buy again. So when it comes to the $17.49 price point, I bought 2 packs, so say it's 20 a pack. I paid $40 for 2 packs. $40 for the 2 packs to me was worth it versus if I had to buy one like decent clip-in human hair on like Amazon or whatever. I was gonna spend way more than that, and I was just like, I don't have time for that. I want something that is here, I can go, because I have a unit to this, the half-wig version to this, and it has lasted me this whole time. If you go back and watch that video, I till this day will still utilize that wig. She's still kicking. Like, you brush her out, and the longer I think you have it, the more realistic it looks. So just make sure you're keeping that in mind. Don't think that just because you buy something and it's synthetic, that means it's gonna just like crap out on you. I still have that half wig that is in this exact same style, and I still wear it to this day. So that's exactly why I knew I was like, I have to recommend. I definitely think you are going to need 2. You're gonna just need 2 bundles, buddy. Doing one, it just wouldn't give the fullness. I didn't use all of my 2, so I think if you have some pieces that will definitely be, oh, this is gonna need to be replaced, then you'll have extra to put. But I really feel like I'm gonna actually go in and add about 2 more of the clip-ins to feel more secure and not feel as if like you can see through the hair and in like my wig or whatever. But that is how I feel when it comes to just how these like clip-ins are. I also would recommend for you to do a braid down and do the clip-ins. I personally just wouldn't recommend parting your hair, clip, clip, parting your hair, clip. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's gonna eat as much. The one con I will say, which comes to the customization, and Sensationnel, come here. You fix this and it's a masterpiece. You have to have a clip attached, and I'm gonna say this right now and show y'all where I'm talking about. So when you have these, the 3 that's right here that y'all looking at, this part, it needs a clip. You can't be out here giving people this clip-in and then be like, oh yeah, but the 3rd part that we know a clip-in would have been necessary, we're just not gonna do it. It makes it floppy. Like, for some reason, if you're not doing it really tight, it's just not gonna hold. And that's the one thing I really wish that this unit had. Like, the only con I found was that I felt like those weren't there. When it comes to the feel, it feels very kinky and coarse, which is what I love. My hair is perm, so it was easy to manipulate and just do whatever. Like, I didn't feel as if like, oh my gosh, it's not gonna work, like this is a hot mess, da, da, da. Like, I didn't feel any of that. The only con is purely that. The 2s are fine. Like, I think the 2s make sense, but I don't know if maybe y'all do this in 3, but for some reason I got a batch that was just like, it wasn't it. So if you can, just please take care of that, because I don't like that part. But I think that's the only con. I think the price point is a solid 9 out of 10. I think the feel of it in itself is about an 8 out of 10 for me. I think when it comes to the customization, like I said, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. For a 10 out of 10, it really needs to have that 3rd clip-in. You're going to need 2 of the boxes to just do it, so make sure you're keeping that in mind if you want to do it. And if you have a bigger head or fuller hair than mine, just make sure that you also probably want to amp up and go for a 3rd, because best case scenario, you'll just end up with an extra pack to replace 1 pack once you've used it the first couple of times, and you're just like, I want to switch out some of these because they're just not working anymore. That's the biggest pro I think that would just happen if you buy 3. And so I really genuinely don't have anything else to say. I definitely recommend 10 out of 10. I think it just feels really pretty. It's nice, it's soft, it just does what it needs to do, and I just could not be happier. And I feel like if y'all haven't watched my channel for a minute, you know Like I said this from the beginning, I am a picky one, okay? And I'm fine with being picky because when I'm spending my money, like I want to know I'm getting every penny out of it, especially with how the way this freaking world is set up. So I come off in a really structured way of how can I look at this and will this make sense, because I don't want you out here just spending your money just on whatever, and I'm gonna always keep it $1,000. All right, I'm gonna always keep it 100 because at the end of the day, nobody gonna buy me out. So as we move on, thank y'all so much for watching and supporting your girl, and I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.